Hey, it's Janae here to brighten, enlighten, and ignite your day. It's Transformation Tuesday, and I'm here with another edition of The Gist, helping you get inspired and start your transformation. Today's resource that I want to share with you is called the GodCalling Journal. Now, this is one of my favorite devotionals that I've ever read, and I was thinking as it's around the beginning of the year, it's a good time to think about some kind of devotional that you might want to use to go throughout the year. And this one, not only does it have this like beautiful leather cover, it just really spoke to me. So the inspiration and transformation that I want to share with you is, first of all, the inspiration is what I'm calling the head games. And I write about this more in my book, The Love Affair with God. But what I mean by head games is, in this journal, it was messing with my head a lot about other things that I have read and thought about with just a completely different perspective. Now, you have to realize this is still a very popular book. It was written in 1932 by a couple of women who were just channels for God to be love, joy, laughter into the world, and edited. And they're anonymous. And so they just wanted to get this into the hands of someone who could share it with them. So it was edited for all of us and still very meaningful. And so what was so important for me was it was just a different way of thinking. And it just was kind of messing with my head, but it just made me want more and more each day. So let me give you an example here on one of the reflections that I remember just being like, wow, this is interesting. So here the reflection is how power comes. And it's written as if God is speaking directly to you. All power is given unto me. It is mine to give, mine to withhold. But even I have to acknowledge that I cannot withhold it from the soul that dwells near me, because it is then not a gift, but passes insensibly from me to my disciples. It is breathed in by the soul who dwells in my presence. Learn to shut yourself away in my presence, and then without speaking, you have these things that you desire of me: strength, power, joy, and riches. So what I loved about an example of this passage was like, okay, so we need to just shut ourselves away, and we don't necessarily have to do anything, but just dwell in his presence. And then what he's saying is he can't help but just pass the insight, the power, the Holy Spirit through him to us. So this, just many examples of the head games, especially this idea of just day by day being a pilgrim and trusting in the journey step by step. Okay, so the heart gain is my transformation. So I gotta tell you, after doing this all year, so I would not only read, but then I would write, sometimes make pictures, I would journal, say prayers, whatever it was. And I gotta tell you, man, did my heart grow closer to the Lord that year as I think of all that I learned and all that just really touched me. And so it's interesting, again, here I just totally opened a page, but dwelling with me, desiring only my will to do my work. My spirit cannot fail to pass through the channel of your life into the lives of others. So when we're dwelling in the presence, we will receive that, but not only that will it dwell into the presence of others. The only block there can be in your channel is yourself. So there was just so much heart gain and transformation for me. So as you think about this year, I would encourage you to not only think about the kinds of things that you want to do, but also who do you want to be and who do you want to be with. And in my opinion, there's no better way than to have that special time alone with God. And this is one devotion that will not only play with your head, but it will change your heart. So From my heart to yours, be love.